Alright guys, this is the retirement of a very old ship. She wasn't my first exploration ship, but she was my first ship designed to go long, to go far, and to not come home. This is Barenaked Lady Jumper. I'll tell you a little bit about her. She's been through the ringer. As soon as this opens, she's been to Beagle Point and beyond out here. She's landed FA off on this incredibly high G planet and successfully left FA off. She's been over here to explore this part of the galaxy along with seeing Great Annihilator. She's taken me back and forth around the Colonia area, explored every single one of these nebula, and the infamous. Oh, she's done countless passenger missions to the core and back, even rescuing my wife, whose SRV was stuck right here in the crevice of a mountain. I had to carry her. I think it was 3.5 kilometers on the nose of my ship to get her to where she could land on flat ground and call her Type 10 back. She's been to the Eagle Slice, the Lemon Slice, and then my favorite story, guys, if you don't know what that is, HD 56167. The story of HD 56167 was a friend of mine told me Raxla this was a possible location. He didn't tell me why. So I came out here, had no idea how to get here. I manually climbed this spiral of neutron stars. And that's what it is. It's a spiral of neutron stars. Much like that one over there that I'll show you in a second. But when I finally neutron jumped into this system, there it is. I see this giant, beautiful carbon star. You see, I discovered it. It's a one-way system. Laura mapped it. I couldn't map mapping wasn't possible when I got stuck here. We came back in a fleet carrier so she could scan it. However, I got stuck here because the nearest jump out required a neutron to the nearest star, and there's no neutron in this system. And I didn't check because I didn't know. No one had ever explored this system before. So I approached FDev and they told me that I was going to have to suicide. And as it's against my religion to suicide, I created another account and resigned to leave her parked right here on the North Pole of this planet. She was going to stay there. And then my wife asked me to approach the Canon Research Group, which I did, and I didn't get a reply. So one day while I was playing my other account, which is out in the black, by the way, my wife decided to send them an email. And apparently she's a better storyteller than I, or the fact that she's female struck a chord with someone. But Canon Research Group agreed to put in for a course correction, change, whatever you want to call it, to move the Gnosis, because it was this very ship that flew from the Gnosis that fateful night when they accidentally leaked the plans of what was going to happen and we found out that commanders dumped meta-alloys to distract the Thargoids. I jumped from the Gnosis's location all the way down to Pleiades, mined some meta-alloys, and brought them back so that their bullshit-ass lie wouldn't be a bullshit-ass lie. And then waited up to go out and dump them, to ultimately get blown up by the Thargoids and respawn 500 light years away because I got a fine for dumping or littering around the station. But we won't talk about that. But the Gnosis, after hearing the story and realizing that it really was me and I was really stuck up here, they agreed to come and rescue me with the Gnosis, which is now being retired, by the way, guys. Since fleet carriers came in, the Gnosis is being retired. So they put in the course correction. It was going to take them 5 weeks to get to me, and I was willing to wait rather than commit suicide. They put in the course correction with FDev, and after FDev had already turned me down 3 times and told me that I was just going to have to kill myself, and I had already created a new account, FDev realized that I was going to get out on the Gnosis. And rather than allow my commander to be part of the lore, because he wouldn't commit suicide due to religion, they didn't want religion in their lore, even though we have the Thargoid worshippers. They didn't want me in their lore. They magically spirited me away to here. When I woke up, my ship was moved, and I was heartbroken. I was really looking forward to it. I was absolutely looking forward to it. But they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me do it. So I didn't get my name on... Well, I did get my name on the system, because from there I was able to go back down. But that was Barenaked Lady. She was trapped here for 5.5 weeks. And she's been all the way out to Jellyfish. She's been to Jellyfish twice. Once on her own, and then the second time, because my wife didn't want to play the game anymore, she lost her ship. And to get her back into it, she hopped in my passenger seat, and I brought her back out. And we watched a sunset in this beautiful nebula. She's traveled to each and every one of these nebula out here. She's been to countless black holes, and I say countless black holes because there's no way for me to keep track of that. She's been over here to the Bubble Nebula. I forget what that's actually called, but the Bubble Nebula, as I call it. She's been to Heart and Soul, and she's been all the way out here to the Zerara. She took me out to the Zerara, which was a very fun trip. We all had a blast. We really did. And then the final place, this is the Zerara, is not on the map. These are fleet carriers that have went out to look at it since then. And then her final flight. One of my very good friends that I met on this game told me about the top of the galaxy that can be reached without FDev interference. And Lord knows I've had enough of that in this game. 5,500 light years above the plane. There's 2 black holes and a neutron here. I've jumped into both of them. Beautiful system. The galaxy from that height actually triggered my acrophobia. It made me queasy. Don't know why, it didn't make sense, but it did. Had a blast. But today is the day. Today is the day that she rests. She's resting for many reasons, because I'm heading back to the bubble. and she doesn't deserve that. I came out here and I saw this fleet carrier. The commander's name who owns it is Cold. What's your name? Cold something. Cold Hard. He's not a PS4 player, but the name of his ship is Void Explorer. And the Void Explorer is exactly what she was and is. And because of this fleet carrier, so long as he keeps this fleet carrier and doesn't decommission it, Barenaked Lady Jumper will rest on the Void Explorer and go wherever the Void Explorer takes her. I live streamed her final flights, as well as a lot of other flights in her. Truly love the ship. But it's time to put her to sleep and to let her rest in the black. I shipped another ship out here so that I wouldn't be stuck here. Its name when I engineered it was Jarlaxle, and I've already came up with a name, of which I'll name right here. She won't be the Barenaked Lady 2, but I will name her the Barenaked Gun. Call sign 33 1/3 for anyone who gets the reference. And she will be my explorer from this day forward as Barenaked Lady rests in the stars. Alright, and there she is. She just had a a gender change. We won't talk about the gender change there. She was my favorite book character, but this name seems more fitting because she is designed for exploration and combat. So I'll never be caught off guard again or naked and afraid again, to quote a friend of mine that I met on here. But the Barenaked Gun 33 1/3 is christened today. I hope to have as many fun adventures in her as Barenaked Lady did. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you guys do your thing. You know I'm not monetized. And welcome to my fleet, the Barenaked Gun 33 1/3.